Hi, my name is Joe Mims, undergraduate student. I'm sitting alongside the Dean of Undergraduate Studies, Dean Jeffrey Wolkowitz. I'm going to ask him a few questions today. How do I explore my interest to find a major?
When students want to think about a major, it's always good for them to talk to their faculty about what various fields do. It's useful to look at the websites from our departments and look at other websites. Talk to people who are doing in jobs and professions that you might be considering, to find out what their background was in the past. And along those lines, the Career Center can also be helpful to match your interest and temperament with the kinds of careers that might be appropriate, and then help you match that to majors that would prepare you well for those careers.
Okay. What course would you say is the most important as a first-year student?
I'm going to answer that by actually talking about the entire bundle of courses. Surely first seminar is important. All first-year students are in first seminar, and your first seminar instructor is your advisor, and that advisor is meant to be a generalist advisor, thinking broadly about your education. But as you put together the other three courses, I would say choose one that is the way to get started on the major that you would choose if you absolutely had to choose one today. What would you do, and how do you get started down that path? And to then ask yourself, now suppose I discover that taking a course in that area as a college student is something I absolutely hate, and I'm not going to pursue that field. Take a course that begins you down the path for your backup major. And then as your fourth course, I would say, choose something that you really hadn't considered before, something that's new to you, something that's a field that you don't know what it is, or as one of my colleagues often says, choose something that would lead your parents to say, and why are you studying that?
If my first choice of a major doesn't work out for me, is it hard for me to change my mind?
Generally, it's quite easy to change majors. Our general education requirements are very similar across the different degree programs. There are a number of electives in most of our majors in terms of what courses you would need to take to meeting overall requirements. It's certainly the case that as you move further along in the curriculum, that it becomes a bit harder, particularly becomes harder as the new field is more distant from the old field. But in moving amongst humanities majors or amongst social science majors, it's really very easy. Moving between English and physics would be harder because physics has a well-defined path for courses that if you haven't already begun on that path, it will be hard to do it later. But overall, I would say it's really very easy to change majors.
How many students are undecided as a first year?
Many students arrive undecided to varying degrees. Some are undecided amongst a small number of related fields. Some are more broadly undecided, of really not knowing what they wish to do. What we know is that students can begin declaring their majors at the start of November of their first semester. And by the end of the first semester, only about a third of our students have declared their majors, suggesting that there are lots of students who are still thinking about what is the right path for them.
All right. Thanks for watching. Dean Jeffrey Wolkowitz, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.